Today's show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. Access games, TV shows, and websites that are locked in your region at expressvpn.com/inside.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Inside Gaming Daily for Tuesday. You probably heard last week that one of the biggest games of 2020 was being delayed. Do we want to make the Iron Man VR joke again?
Iron Man VR, yeah. Yeah, Sony broke the news that The Last of Us 2 from Naughty Dog was going to be held up yet again. It's had numerous delays, which is nothing new in game development. This delay was unique because it was due to the coronavirus, which has basically managed to screw up everything across the entire world, literally, except for GameStop hours. Zach, tell us about these delays.
Yeah, so last week Sony announced that they made the difficult decision to delay the launch of The Last of Us Part 2 and Marvel's Iron Man VR until further notice. They continue to say, logistically, the global crisis is preventing us from providing the launch experience our players deserve. You hear that? You deserve a good, clean launch. So they're just gonna punt that until they can give you a good, clean launch, the one that you deserve.
So they can have a big old launch party.
I heard somewhere that at Marvel, after the first Avengers launched in theaters, to signify thanks to all the employees that pulled off one of the biggest crossover events in cinematic history, they got bagels. And now we're getting some more signals that it could be a long time before we get to play The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, people noticed recently that digital pre-orders for the game are now being refunded by Sony. If you go on their support website, there's a banner across the top that says The Last of Us 2 and Iron Man VR have been delayed. All digital pre-order consumers will automatically receive a refund. Please check your email for more details.
This must be a huge crisis if a video game company is issuing refunds.
Yeah, lots of people were hoping that the game just might get a digital release, but it looks like that's not going to happen, at least not anytime soon. Plus, the game's director Neil Druckmann recently gave an interview that didn't make us feel really any better about the game getting any kind of quick release. Take that away.
The game's not done. They didn't finish making it. It's not gonna come out early.
If you think Naughty Dog doesn't have the resources to manufacture a disease, well, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, he talked to the PlayStation Blogcast and gave an update on the game's progress and answered some of the most pressing questions that gamers have.
Hi, Mr. Druckmann, question for you, Mr. Druckmann.
Yo, down front.
I was wondering, what's the recommended amount of dedicated RAM I should have to a server?
We're not taking questions anymore.
Yeah, he talked to the PlayStation Blogcast
Just
and
said
gave
that.
an update. I did?
I did.
Okay.
That was the
and
whole joke we
is
were doing, was
Tuesday.
about that line.
He started off by saying that Naughty Dog is just as frustrated as we are by the delay. They joked that the world is conspiring against us.
And we all know what he means when he says, the world.
Yeah, he said that internally we know we have a great game, it's just that we have to wait a little bit longer to get it to people. In the meantime, though, Naughty Dog they're just like the rest of us, baby. They do the same things we do. They're working from home. Lots of them have kids at home. That means that their, efficiency is different, as he puts it, because, it all comes down to how much output you're able to contribute in these times.
Sorry, Dad, I did not do my math homework because the world is conspiring against me.
Sorry,
maths.
I'm not working from home. I'm trying to work from home.
I finished my reading and writing, but my arithmetic could still use some time.
Sorry, but are preventing me from working at home.
Okay. That is a nice
I was
way
just
of
doing the
saying
joke
that
we were
it's-
all doing. You were doing it too. You guys were both doing the same joke.
Hello, HR. He's doing the joke again. That is a nice way of saying that it is hard to debug a game when you have kids screaming at each other or a toddler decorating the wall with crayons. He's not a nuisance. He's
Crowns if
gifted,
you're
Jonathan.
Yeah, it's a lot different to work from home with a million distractions compared to being in your cubicle, just crunching away.
Bum, 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 bum. Sorry, the whip hits different when it's coming from your wife and not Neil.
Ooh, and we all know that Naughty Dog does not mind a good crunch.
Yum.
Somebody, Amir, put that apple crunch noise on there. I love that one. Amir, put that apple crunch noise on there.
Apple crunch noise. How are there so many apple crunch sounds? Alright, I'll just have to go with this one because I can't just pick at random and risk Patrick beating my over apple sound effect. Not again. I won't let that happen again.
Yum. Amir, just put a steak in front of me.
That's the crunchiest food you could think of, was a steak.
Give me spaghetti. Amir, put soup in front of me. Yeah, Druckmann has kids too, and he said he's got to juggle his job with entertaining and cooking for them. He's going to make that famous Druckmann boiled egg. He said they've even been playing some Animal Crossing together, and he's just got a Valve Index, so he's going to play Half-Life Alyx soon too.
The world famous Druckmann cream of eggs soup.
Dad, I don't want water stew again. And he's like, I'm trying!
We've had sea slug stroganoff for the last 3 days. Speaking of crunch, Druckmann also made sure to talk about how great great they're treating their employees during this pandemic. Yeah, he told staffers to take time off to take care of yourself, take time to be with your family, and we even told them, look, if we miss our date, we miss our date. We'll figure it out, but you come first.
Amazing how a little news coverage can change someone's tune. Guys, stay home, play Animal Crossing with your kids, it's all fine, we'll ship this game whenever.
Yeah, he's almost certainly read the Kotaku piece, or at least heard of it, about how his studio's work practices, with his employees at Naughty Dog working those famous 12-hour days, even on weekends, because, when they're in crunch mode. But it begs the question, how close is the game to being finished? Yeah, when Druckmann was asked, he said that the game was at the 1-yard line.
That's from a sport called football. That means it's almost done for any of you who are not jocks like us. He said that there are some bugs that they're finding and squashing, as well as polishing and reviewing each section and making sure it's all Naughty Dog quality. So the big question is, why not just finish it and release it digitally next month?
Ooh, yeah, we'll get into Druckmann's thoughts on that, but first we have an ad. Bingo!
For all our sakes, we do need to avoid the crowds right now. But what if you need to get to the post office? What are you gonna do? Don't worry, baby. Stamps.com's got you covered. They're here to help. Anything you can do at the post office, you can do at Stamps.com. You can print postage on demand and skip all those lines at the post office. People coughing all over your packages. COVID can live on cardboard for up to 3 days. That's what the experts say. Plus, you can actually save some money with discounts that you don't even get at the post office. Stamps.com brings all the services of the U.S. Postal Service right to your computer in the safety and comfort of your own home, office, or, anywhere else you're hunkering down right now, whether you're a small business sending out invoices or an online seller shipping out products, or maybe you're just working from home and you just want to mail some stuff. Stamps.com, they can handle it all with ease, baby. Simply use your computer to print official U.S. postage 24/7 for any letter, any package, any class of mail, anywhere you want to send it. So once your mail's ready, just leave it for your mail carrier, schedule a free package pickup, or drop it in the mailbox. No human contact is required. Thank God. It's that simple. If only we could interact that way for every service. And like I said earlier, with Stamps.com, you get great discounts too. 5 cents off every first class stamp and up to 40% off USPS shipping rates. Ooh la la, mwah. Yes, and now in addition to offering discounted U.S. Postal Service rates, Stamps.com also offers UPS services with discount rates up to 62%. Ooh. Plus, with Stamps.com, you don't even have to pay UPS residential surcharges. Thank the Lord above. Oof. Stamps.com is a no-brainer, especially now, saving you time and money, keeping you safe. Right now, our listeners can get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. And it's worth it for that scale alone. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in INSIDE. That's Stamps.com and enter INSIDE. Stay safe, my friends. Don't go out. Do all your mailing from the comfort of your own home.
So, why not just release it digitally next month? Well, it sounds like even if they did get all the bugs fixed, their big issue now, according to Druckmann, is distribution.
Yeah, he said that there hasn't been a final decision yet, and that right now we're just reacting, which would seem to leave the door open to a digital release, right? Well, then Druckmann immediately seemed to discount that idea, saying, it's a different retail chain. Whether we could get physical copies to people, what is the internet infrastructure there to support it in all countries? This is a worldwide game that people in every country are waiting for, and we want to make sure we're fair.
Yeah, he didn't seem cool with the idea of some countries getting it possibly months and months ahead of others, right, Zach?
Yeah, he went on to say, if we just get it to a small fraction of people, what about all the people that don't get it? Right now, we're looking at all sorts of different options. What's the best way to get it to all of our fans as soon as possible? But that's going to take some time for us to shift and figure things out, and also to see where the world's at. Which is fair, considering that getting a game out to every corner of the world is not the easiest thing to do right now.
So it sounds like they're in no hurry to rush it out just to meet some arbitrary release date, especially if that leads to a piecemeal release around the world. If you read between the lines, it seems like they'd rather wait and release it everywhere at once, but that's probably going to require a physical release in some areas, which means lots of people working together in distribution hubs and production outlets to get it out.
The host also brought up the possibility of releasing a demo that has been played by members of the media and played at some conventions, but Druckmann said that probably wasn't going to happen, saying that that particular demo was just a slice of the entire game, and when people played it, it was overseen by a Naughty Dog staffer.
Yeah, he said that to put a demo out for the general public would require it to be built from the ground up, which is a massive amount of work, and that's, also obviously time that they could be using spending up actually finishing the game, so.
Druckmann reiterated that he knows fans are frustrated with the delay, and he said that the feeling is definitely shared by the Naughty Dog crew. He thanked people for their support and said we're in the same boat with you. Just hang in there, you'll be with Ellie and Joel before you know it.
I hope not. They seem to live in a waking hell.
But hey, so do we now.
So there you go. Naughty Dog is bummed about this too. the good news is that the game is almost done, but even when they get it polished to a level that they want, they're not just gonna push it out digitally like some indie Steam game.
Yeah, it was particularly telling that Druckmann called it a worldwide game that people in every country are waiting for.
While some games still have staggered releases, especially in Japan, could be that he doesn't want to release it digitally in some places and then have the game spoiled by people who are streaming it online.
So for now, we've just gotta wait and play more Animal Crossing and Final Fantasy VII Remake and Doom Eternal. And if that's not enough, there's always your backlog.
It's no secret that lots of games are getting delayed these days. Hell, Life is pretty much delayed because of the coronavirus. It's not pretty much delayed, it's just done.
We had a good run, humanity. We're done.
I don't think we had a very good run. And now one of the biggest releases of the year has been pushed back, probably by a lot, and more are probably on the way.
Yeah, this year could be a giant catastrophe